So this is the most important step I took back in 2018. I unfollowed every single person who was manipulating my mind. So first thing is you have to be very careful when you're trading. Your mind should be one that you are the best.
Hi guys, welcome back to another TFT interview. You guys decided that you don't want to see people just get funded. And maybe it's too often of an occurrence where people can just get funded. You guys want to see people that are actually making profits, actually getting payouts. So we got you. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, hit the bell for notifications. And if you are not already, definitely be sure to subscribe or I will punch you in the throat. I'm kidding. Okay, here we go. So, hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
Can you let everyone know just a super broad overview, your name, where you're from, and then what got you into trading?
Okay, so my name is Noman. I'm from Pakistan, Lahore city, and I am doing trading since 2016. And I was in my initial stage. I was trading with my own money, and one of my friend was doing pro firms, and he suggested me to go for the pro firms. But the idea for me, pro firms were very difficult, so I was avoiding for like a good time. So after that, I decided to go with for a try. So I could know how it works, and it works for me very well. In starting, it was very difficult, but after that, I lose few challenges, and then I passed my first funded account.
Nice. Okay. How did your friend get into it? Did he find prop firms through social media, or how did he find them?
Yes, maybe from social media, maybe maybe from other sources. I never asked him, but for me, he suggested me, and yeah, he was doing great.
I think that is so cool. So I also started, I mean, not as long as you have been, or very close, but if we had known about prop firms, or if prop firms had been out longer, I mean, they're kind of new. So I feel like it would have taken me a lot less time to make the money I am now.
Yes, actually, many people they think that when I started pro firms, my idea was different. I was one of them who was thinking that there are many hidden rules as well, and these pro firms don't want you to win. So this idea is a very general in initial stages. But after you go and you try for the firms and you pass the challenges, everything goes clear.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, how was it building up? So you said that you started with your own capital and your own account. How was that trying to build that capital? Was it a pretty slow and steady kind of?
You can't make $10,000 with $100 investment. And when we are starting trading, we go maximum like $500 deposit or $100 deposit because we are a student, or otherwise we don't have much money to trade. So when I started back in 2016, I had very less amount, and I started with $200 only, and I lost that money in very quick time. So later on, I deposited like $500, $1,000, and in 2 years I lost around $10,000, $10 to $15,000. And things changes in 2020. After 4 years, I get my consistency and I get my confidence in trading. So I made that loss in like 3 months. I covered everything. Yes.
Okay, very cool. And what's neat is it seems like the people that have been trading that long and trying to start with their own capital, that seems like kind of a normal amount, that like 3 to 4 years of just grinding and trying and strategies. So with that said, what is the strategy that you use now, and how did you get to where you are now?
So my strategy is, it's a self-made thing. I never learned from anyone. I learned from my mistakes, my losses, everything. And today I'm trading with my only one pair, Euro USD. There is no rush on the trading. I do 1 or 2 trades a day. If I don't find a good trade, I don't trade. So I'm not pushing myself to make money. I'm chilling myself on the trades. So, and the most important thing, you have to give time to your trades.
Absolutely.
If you're not giving time to your trades and you're looking for the chart if you're looking for the trade on every single minute again and again, it will psychologically it will destroy your mind. So these are the things that you get after a good losses or experience.
Yeah, I agree. That's a cool concept. I actually was just thinking about this. I think I had maybe gone like live last week, but I talked about how if you're sitting there staring at the chart for
Yes,
hours for too long, you're just like you said, your psychology gets messed up. You could start making yourself see setups that aren't really there, or start looking for
yes,
setups that aren't really there. So you said it
yes,
beautifully. You got to give
yes,
yourself the time.
of course, you're right, absolutely.
So now, are you able to? Do you want to go ahead and share your screen, and we'll kind of get right into
Yes,
the
yes, sure,
strategy
why
that you
not?
use?
Yes. So my strategy is very simple. I'm trading a Euro USD based on volume. New York or London session, because there's a good volume in this. Let me share
Yeah.
my screen. So this is my live account. As you can see, this is my live account, Noman wallet, Cap Global, and the funded trader. And if I go with the profits, I have like 35,000. I've already made $35,000 within
Nice.
like 2 months, and my two withdrawals are done while I'm waiting for my third payout.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you so much. So let me know what you want to ask. So when I started, I started with very small lots. As you can see here, the trading lots are very simple. They are like 1, 2 lots, 3 lots, because I was testing something here, but eventually it wasn't go good. So if I go with our first trade, I trade my mostly traded pair is Euro USD, and
Okay.
I trade Euro USD with good lots, and I tried to go with the gold as well, but I tried with the small lots. As you can see here, every other trades are very simple. They are very low lots. But my strategy wasn't working here well. So I moved back to my original strategy, which is Euro USD.
Okay.
And if you go down, let me show you here. If I go down, as you can see, the load size are increased now, and I am getting my consistency back. So here we made 20 loads, $67,000 profit, and with 10 loads we made 41 $4,100 profit. And then I had my first payout. This is my first payout.
Okay.
Yes,
Incredible. Nice.
which is $11,000. And next, this is your USD. So if we talk about my strategy, let me see.
Yeah, kind of walk me through. Let's say a normal day for you as a day trader. What time
Yes,
are you
yes.
getting up? What are you doing? Which ones are you looking at? Just an overview of your day as a.
Yeah, sure. So I woke up like 9 o'clock in the morning, and every morning I wake up in three parts. First, I wake up in 9 or 8. Then I see the charts. If everything is good according to my analysis, I open a trade. But if I don't find a trade, I then go to sleep again, and I wakes up in like 12 o'clock and see the charts again. If I find a good trade, then I open a trade. Otherwise, I don't open a trade, and I wake up and I do my breakfast and other work, and wait for the London session. So sometimes I find a trade in London session, or mostly I find trade in New York session, because the volume is good. My strategy is simple. If I go on charts, 1 second. So let's suppose that this candle is breaking this high in the New York session. When you're trading in New York session, there is high probability that this area will be break, and market will start pushing upside, because there is a good volume in New York or London session due to volume. So this is my strategy basically. That's how I trade. My stop loss would be here below this candle, and I wait for the entry. My entry would be like this here, and my TP would be around this big fill. So I
Okay.
wait for this big fill. Yes. So this is very simple. It works for me very well, and it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the you're actually the second person I've interviewed today that works with basically just these areas or lines of like support and resistance or whatever you want to
Yes,
call
sir.
them. Just
Yes. The most important thing is volume. When if you're trading the same strategy in non-volume times, like in random times, it's in night or after like after the New York session, it will not help you. It will not make you profit. But if
okay.
you apply this strategy in New York session, it will definitely help you, because in New York session there is a good volume. And if there is a break of an area, there is a very high chances that this movement will be continued. Go downside or upside, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree. And what's neat is, so I'm trying to kind of incorporate my strategy here a little bit with yours just to kind of get an idea. So where we have this line at this, I think it's 10, it's the one in the middle, 10, 5, 7, 6 here. This line,
Yes.
Something that I had considered before is that lines, I feel like, and let me know what you think. I'd be really interested to hear. So if the price tends to hit this line so many times, it becomes a little bit weaker and weaker and weaker. So just like you said, it's hit, and then finally it broke out, it went. It just something, an idea just to think of, something that I like to think about is just that when price gets to a line and it's hit it so many times, it becomes a little bit weaker to where, just like you said, now during volume and it breaks out, that's when it actually goes.
Yes, exactly.
Very
So
cool.
yes, if as I told you, the main important thing is volume. If you're trading, if you want this area to be break in a non-volume time, maybe this will go here and go down again.
I
So
see.
this is very weak chances that if this will go like this. But if you're trading in a high volume market, which is a high volume session, which is New York or London session, there is very good chances that if break this last high, it will go up and it will push very good. So this is the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fair
Yes.
enough. I like the simplicity of it. Volume, some lines of support and resistance, or whatever you may call them. But okay,
Yes.
awesome. So then my next question is going to be, what was your payout amount for this specific month?
My specific month, maybe I'm getting my two second payout, which is now my third payout is like $9,000. And let me show you from my account.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
yeah.
remember it.
I know
Let me
you had
see.
showed us one earlier, but I didn't quite.
Yes, it would be good if I show you from here. As you can see, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So, yes, see, as you can see here, that on last month, no, yes, 11 month, 24 date, I got paid $95,000. And after 14 days, I got paid again $13,000. And after 15 days, I'm getting paid again, which is $76,000, $7,600. Sorry. So
All
it's
right.
pretty good month. Yes, I'm
Absolutely. You
making good
got,
money.
I mean, excellent consistency. This is excellent. I'm impressed. This is great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is going to be your ideas on psychology. So things like, how do you handle losses? How do you stay in for the profits? What's your psychology kind of like?
Psychology, I think it comes with the confidence. Main thing is you have to be confident. If you're following so many people on Instagram and you're looking for the profits, they're generating thousand lakh and the lakhs profit in lakhs, so it will destroy your mind. The first thing everyone should do is they should isolate themselves from the negative people, negative they are who are manipulating your mind. So this is the most important step I took back in 2018. I unfollowed every single person who was manipulating my mind, and since that I'm doing it continuously. So first thing is you have to be very careful when you're trading. Your mind should be one that you are the best. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to look for others. If you're making $500 or $1,000 on a trade, you should be happy. So this is the first thing. And the second thing is psychologically, if you're making good profit and the trades goes down and it made loss, you have to think about the profits that are left, not the profit that are gone. So
Okay.
this is the most. Yes, I never think, there is some time when a trade is like it makes me $10,000, and when I close it at $3,000. So if I think like, oh, I lost $7,000, it will always be painful for me for the whole of the day or the whole of the week. So but if I think that I made $3,000 on this trade and I keep my mind straight, so it will help me to get the confidence again and make that profit.
I love that. Excellent. So it's more of like, think about the profits that are to come. So not about how much you could have made or how much you missed out on.
Yes.
It's just keep your eye on the profits to come.
Yes, and second, and the most strategically, psychologically thing I do about the losses is that if I made a loss, I think like, okay, this is the worst market can do with me. Okay, so if it has to, if the market wants to do it with me, I am okay with that. This is the worst thing it can do. So I feel I don't hate market or I don't hate myself. I just go like, okay, so this is the worst thing the market can do with me. Okay, okay with that. So you don't have to, you don't have to think as enemy. The market, if market give you loss, it becomes your enemy. If it gives you profit, it becomes your friend. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, you guys, this is, I mean, I'm speaking more of YouTube viewers, but this is very like, this is the very fundamental stuff, or just the very basic things, is not
Yes.
getting mad at the market or looking at the profits that are ahead. So it seems like you've got your psychology almost beautifully.
Yes, I never, I place a trades, I place my trade and never look back. But sometimes it hits TP and the whole day I don't remember it, I had an open trade. So I'm so calm with my trade. So it has to be like this. If you're opening a trade, you have to give it a time to take a, take a TP or take a set loss. You don't have to rush. Just wait and let the market do what it's about to do.
Absolutely. All right.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like this was incredibly efficient. Is there any other advice you have for new traders before we hop off here?
Yes, my biggest advice is that don't take money from anyone. Don't take loan to start your trading career, and start with the lowest amount. Lowest amount, if you like, if you have $1,000 in total budget, just start with $20. And because there is no chances that you won't make losses. If you're a legend, you still have to face losses in your initial stages. So this is very important that you don't put yourself in that danger zone where you lost like so much money and you hope that one day you will recover it. So the most important thing is, and the worst part is, when you took money from someone and you promise them a profit share, or profit share or profit basis on monthly basis, and you lost that money, and that person wants the money back. The real problem starts that time. So it's a huge problem. Every new trader took money from anyone, and they think it's a very simple thing, I would make good money. So this is the biggest advice, that never take money from anyone for trading. So next thing is, when you start trading, give yourself to not only learning. Okay, so many people, what they do is, they look for the holy grail system, they look for the EAs, they look for so many courses, they see so many videos every day, they want to see thousands of stuff, but they don't want to apply it. Most important thing is, you have to apply. You have to apply. You have to trade every day. If you trade every day, and you don't overtrade, you have to practice yourself rather than you are learning from videos. So if a person who is learning from the videos and he not doing action on trading, so he will not be good as much as the person who is facing losses every day and learning from that losses and charts. So this is very important, that you give your time to charts, not only charts but the trades as well, and your psychological movements.
Absolutely. So I'd say, to kind of summarize, that would be, when you're learning or when you're starting out, you want to place as many trades as you can, but not over trading, but be as involved as you can, get as much experience as you can. And then when you get to a point like you and I are now, to where some days we don't even have to trade. So
Yes.
when you're in the learning stages, I think I completely agree with you. Trade as much as you can, get as much experience as you possibly can.
Yes.
Where you become where you and I are, sometimes we'll place one trade a day. Sometimes we won't even trade. So I think that's excellent advice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your Instagram? We'd love to. Awesome.
Limitless underscore Noman. I guess, let me see one second. So my account is basically my limitless underscore Noman. Yes, it is. So my account is have so many. I'm trading on pro firms, and my whole account is about pro firms. I am working with 8 pro firms right now.
Okay. Awesome. You know what? And that actually leads me to one more question. Since you have so much experience with a lot of other prop firms, I would be incredibly interested to hear what's your experience like with TFT compared to the rest. And I'm sure that you've got great experiences with all of them.
Yes, of course. So TFT becomes a leader in prop firms, and when I was trading with my forex fund, I thought that they are best, but unfortunately they made very good blunders with many traders. They canceled their payouts, and they banned my country, Pakistan. So I was looking for other prop firm, and I found TFT as bad alternative. So, but after that, TFT is growing so fast. It's going so big, and other firms, like if you go with the funding next, they are not doing good for their clients, but they are making so much. They are putting so much money on advertisement, and they are not very friendly with their clients, with their traders. So they have my experience with them is good, but not as good as with the funded trader. I never get issue in my payouts, and never get issue in my any other, any other matter. The best thing is that you have very excellent promos every day. I get my emails about your, there's a good off on 50% off, 10% off, which is a good approach for the new traders. Yeah, that seems like you care about the clients.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I'm glad to hear that. A lot of things that I've noticed is people can very well tell, and it's very obvious that the funded trader is a group of people that are traders. So you want there's a connection there, like as far as customer support goes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a lot of people that we understand what you're going through. So as far as customer support goes, we get it. We don't want there to be any issues with payouts. So okay, great. I'm glad to hear that.
TFT is very straightforward in every matter. The sport team is very good. If I am having a problem, I make a sport email, and I will get the response in like 5 to 10 minutes on email, not live chat. So this is very impressive.
Yeah, awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the feedback. Alrighty, well, I think that's all we've got today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you, Noman, for taking the time to do this interview today.
Welcome.
Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Bye.